Hi, I'm Judy with Amazing Trails Yoga, living fracture-free. Yoga in itself is very weight-bearing, good for the bones. We are also focusing today on being flexible and a lot of balance, core strength to keep us upright, good posture, and if we do indeed fall, it won't be such a hard impact. We can twist around and be flexible, and we will bend and not break. Some good tips toward the end and all through it, and we'll see you real soon on the mat. We will start seated in VIRABHADRASANA, butterfly, with the soles of our feet together, our knees splayed out to the sides. Take a deep inhale. On the exhale, we will lean forward, bringing our third eye close to the mat, close to the earth. Breathing deeply in and out. Be aware of your breath. Try to have your inhales as long a duration time as your exhales. You may feel your shoulder blades begin to separate, creating some space between them. Elongating your spine, the back of your neck. Stretching our inner thighs, limbering up just through breathing. At the base of your last exhale, make your way back up and continue into a reclined Baddha Konasana, reclined butterfly on your back. Palms up to the sky. You may want to take some blocks under your knees, behind your thighs, if this is uncomfortable for you. Otherwise, let gravity take its toll, opening up our pelvis. Breathing. Breathing into our lungs, every opening, every cavity in our bodies. Beautiful. Bring your knees together and your feet up to the sky. We will point our toes and flex. Point, flex, point, flex. Lower your left leg onto the ground and make a big circle with your right leg around one direction. It doesn't matter which way. We'll do several of these. You can follow along with me or go at your own pace. Our palms are down onto the mat. Normally we use a strap to make the stretches a bit longer. This time we're utilizing and strengthening our core. And we can go the other direction. You may feel some snap, crackling, and popping along the way. This is perfectly natural. Should feel really good. Limbering up our pelvis. Very nice. And coming to a standstill, bend your leg at the knee, grab a hold of your shins, bring your elbow, or rather your knee up to your armpit. Take your right hand to the pinky toe side of your foot. You might want to pull it a little bit further into a half happy baby. Take your left hand on your shin, your right arm extends out to a T, and draw your knee across your body into a spinal twist. Look over your right shoulder. Try to keep your shoulder blades on the mat, just twisting the spine. Very, very good to have a flexible, limber spine. In case we do fall, we're not going to fall and be so stiff and break. We can bend. Looking up to the sky, we'll bring our knee back into our chest. Our left knee will join the right. As we straighten our legs, put your hands on the outsides of your thighs. And we're going to take our feet from right to left. Right to left. Windshielding our feet back and forth. Very lovely. Coming to a standstill, lower your right leg to the earth, to the mat. And palms on the mat, we'll begin making a big circle one way with our left leg. Make sure your torso, your body stays flat on the mat. We're only moving our leg around, opening up our hips, our pelvis. We want a flexible hip. It's really very not good to break our hips. We go the other way, very debilitating. That's why we want strong bones, strong core, and a good sense of balance. Very nice. And coming to a stillness, bend your left leg, grab a hold of the shin, bring your knee up toward your armpit. You could take your left hand to the pinky toe side of your foot into a half happy baby. I'm using my right hand to pull it a little bit deeper. Your right hand comes to your shin, your left arm extends out to the side as we draw our left knee across our body into a spinal twist, looking over your left shoulder. Should feel really good. I heard a big pop from my end. Breathing deeply, always breathing. Looking up to the sky, we'll bring our knee to our chest. Our right knee comes to meet our left. We will straighten both legs. Palms on the mat, lower your left leg toward the ground, let it hover, and bring it up as you lower your right leg toward the ground. And we'll do this up and down, back and forth, several times, one leg at a time. You can go at my pace or your own. Try to keep your legs straight as can be. They don't have to be perfect. No one's ever looking for perfection in yoga. Up and down. With your left leg up to the sky, your right leg is down. Take your arms behind your head. Interlace your fingers. Bring your right elbow to your left knee. And then we will switch left elbow to right knee. Back and forth. A straight-legged bicycle. Strengthens our core. Gives a little variety into our lives. A little bit of fun, a little bit of not fun. Always remembering to breathe. And one more time on each side. Lovely. Our feet are in the sky. Unlace your fingers. You can take your hands behind your knees and bend and roll yourselves up any way you like into tabletop. Our palms are directly under our elbows, under our shoulders. Our knees are under our hips. If you look through your thighs, you shouldn't be able to see your feet. Take your right arm forward and your left leg back into sunbird. Connect elbow to knee. Lengthen both your arm and your leg. Bend your left leg and bring your right arm around. Maybe you can make the little connection, touch your foot. Extend your limbs and elbow to knee. Extend your limbs, bring your right arm around. Maybe you could touch your left foot to any part of your leg. Extend, and one more time, elbow to knee. This is a great balance work. Extend your limbs, bring your right arm around. Maybe this time you can grab a hold of your foot, your pant leg. Anything you got back there, great for balance. We're really low on the ground. If you topple, you're not going to get hurt. This uses a lot of core strength as well. Extend both limbs out. Bring your right hand to the mat. The ball of your left foot down to the earth will stretch our Achilles tendon. Little bit of motion. Elevate your right knee so that maybe your left heel can come down onto the ground, onto the mat. A deeper stretch, more intense. And lowering your right knee, we'll take our left leg out to the side, 90-degree angle. Drop the heel of your foot, walk your hands, 2 handprints in front. Come over to the ball of your foot and sit back on your heel, a deep stretch. Really good to be flexible for your bones as well. So if we do lose our balance and fall, we could be flexible, move around, don't get such a hard hit. We could bend and not break. And we just feel much better being flexible, not so stiff. Much more mobility. All this adds up. Always remembering to breathe deeply. And we'll come back up into tabletop. Inhale your right arm up to the sky, and we'll thread the needle. Bring your arm down around under your torso. Palm up to the sky, lower your right ear to the mat. We're threading the needle, good shoulder, arm opener. If you like a little more, you could put your left hand on your right palm. Stay as is, or elevate your left leg up to the sky. Really good balance. Again, we've all toppled several times with this. Just poke fun at yourself, laugh at yourself. You're not going to get hurt from such a low level off the ground. Great thing about YouTube, nobody can see you when you fall. And if you're in a yoga class, everybody just loves you. We're just so happy for the camaraderie. No one cares what mistakes we might make. We all certainly do. And bring your left leg to the mat, your left hand on the mat as we unthread the needle all the way up to the sky and down. Extend your left arm forward, your right leg back into sunbird. Connect elbow to knee. Extend your limbs, bring your left arm around as you bend your right leg. Maybe you could touch your foot. And extend your limbs. Elbow to knee. Extend, elongate. Bring your left arm around. Right leg you're going to bend. Maybe you can touch. And extend. And one last time, elbow to knee. Extend. Bring your left arm around. Maybe this time you can grab a hold of your right foot. Go for a little balance. All this is great core strength. And releasing, we're coming back into Sunbird. Lower your left hand to the mat, the ball of your right foot down to the earth behind you. Give the Achilles tendon a nice stretch. Elevate your left knee off the ground so your heel can come lower to the earth. Your right heel. More intense stretch. Place your left knee back on the mat. Draw your right foot around to the right, 90-degree angle. Drop the heel of your foot, 2 handprints in front with your hands. Come to the ball of your left foot and sit back on your heel. Deep, deep pelvic opener, inner thigh stretch. Even stretching our foot. Our feet are extremely important in balancing, walking, mobility, movement. We sometimes neglect our feet. Deep breath. And we make our way back into tabletop. Inhale your left arm up to the sky and we'll thread the needle. Bring your arm under your body, palm up to the sky, left ear onto the mat. This is good as is. If you want a little more, take your right hand on top of your left and bring your right leg up to the sky. Super, super balance. Again, we've all fallen over. I was teaching a class just a couple days ago, someone did. We'll all just smile. It's fine. We know. We understand. And your right leg comes back to the mat, the palm of your right hand on the mat as we unthread the needle up to the sky. And back to tabletop. From tabletop, we'll do cat-cow. Inhale your shoulder blades back. Your nose forward. Come to the balls of your feet. Exhale into cat, arching the back, coming to the top of your feet, sucking the navel into the spine. Inhale into cow. We're activating our feet at the same time. Chest forward. Exhale into cat. Looking as big as we possibly can to trick that dog. Inhale into cow. Our udders are full, coming down to the mat, ready to be milked. Exhale into cat. And coming to a neutral spine. Come over the tops of your feet to the balls of them. And we're lifting our seats up to the sky, coming into a downward dog. In downward dog, we will lift our heels and bring them over to the left side, place on the mat. And we're breathing into our right lungs, into our right side. Beautiful. Picking up our heels and bringing them over to the right side, dropping them down to the mat, breathing into our left lungs, our left sides. We did this with our feet as we were laying down. And bring your heels up and coming into a downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg up to the sky, 3-legged dog. Look between your hands. We're going to gently lunge our right foot between our hands. You can help it along the way. Lower your left knee to the mat. Take the blocks under your hands if you like to bring the earth closer to you. We will bring our right arm forward in a big, big circle as we did with our legs, close to the body, just one big circle. Reverse the direction, close to the body, opening up our shoulders, our arms, our rotator cuffs. Hand on the mat or a block, our left arm comes up and around. Very lovely. And the other way. Helps us greatly with mobility. Beautiful with hands on either sides of your foot. Come to the ball of your left foot. And we're coming back into a downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg up to the sky. Look between your hands and lunge your left foot between your hands. Again, you could utilize the blocks. Lower your left knee to the mat. And we'll bring our left arm forward and around, one great big circle. The other direction. Big, beautiful circle. Our right arm is coming forward, up and around. Opening up. And the other direction. Beautiful. With hands on either side of your left leg, straighten your right leg. And come back into downward facing dog. Inhale into plank. And lower all the way down onto our abdomen. We're going to inhale up into twisted cobra, looking to the right, over our right shoulder and our right heel. And down. Inhale, twisted cobra to the left. Look over your left shoulder at your left heel. And down. Looking straight ahead, we'll come into full Papa Bear Cobra. Come over the tops of your feet and into a downward facing dog. Take a nice breath in downward facing dog. And inhale your right leg up to the sky, three-legged dog. Look between your hands, lunge your right foot between. We're keeping our back knee off the ground this time. Again, utilize the blocks as you like. Your right arm comes forward, up and around into a big circle. The other direction. Loosening up, beautiful. We'll take our left arm forward, big circle. And the other direction. Lovely. With hands on either side, we'll come into a downward dog and inhale your left leg up to the sky. Look between your hands and lunge your left leg through. Our right knee stays off the mat as we inhale our left arm forward, up and around, big circle. And the other direction. Left arm comes forward. Big circle around and the other direction. Lovely. With hands on either side of your left foot, bring it back into a downward facing dog. Inhale into plank. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, twisted cobra on the right. Great stretch for your abs. And chins down. Inhale, twisted cobra on your left. Exhale, chins down. Inhale, big Papa Bear Cobra, looking straight ahead, chins up. Come over your feet into a downward facing dog. Take a nice breath in. And out. Inhale your right foot up in three-legged dog. And exhale, putting your foot between your hands, lunging forward. We will drop our left heels to the mat. We're coming up, arms forward into VIRABHADRASANA 1, Warrior 1. Keep going around into that big circle. When your hands are behind your back, Interlace your fingers. Make sure your hips are squared off to the top of the mat. We're leaning forward into a humble warrior. Right shoulder on the inside of your right knee, crown of your head toward the mat. You can straighten your arms. Maybe your knuckles come up toward the sky. Very humble warrior, bowing down. And we're slowly coming up, unlacing your fingers, your arms come forward, left arm up and around. You might shift your hips, opening up a little bit into Warrior Two, VIRABHADRASANA 2. Palm of your hand up to the sky, keeping your torso as is. Lift up your right arm, your left arm comes down your left leg into a peaceful warrior. Breathe into this, into the stretch, into your right side. And we're bringing our right arm forward, elbow on knee as your left arm comes up into side angle. You could also put your right hand on a block on the mat, elbow to knee, whatever you like. Take your left arm forward, extending over your left ear into the full side angle. With torso as is, we're slowly coming back up into VIRABHADRASANA 2, Warrior 2. Palm of your right hand up to the sky. Keep going into a peaceful warrior. Now we're straightening our right leg, and with your right leg straightened, come forward. You're going to serve a pizza to someone, palm up. We don't want to get too close, pretend it's still COVID, don't touch, but here's your pizza, we have to eat. Hand down toward a block on your leg on the mat as your left arm comes up into TRIKONASANA, triangle. Beautiful, your right leg is straight, or as straight as can be. Breathe into the pose, enjoy the pose. Now left arm comes down toward the block or a mat. Your right arm on the other side of your foot. You're looking straight ahead at your foot. You might want to square off your hips again. Your right leg is still as straight as can be. Bring your third eye down toward your shin. We're in pyramid. Take a deep breath. With your left hand on a block or a mat, we're going to bring our right arm up to the sky, twisted Trikonasana. Beautiful, rather tricky, great for balance. Do what you can. Nothing has to ever be perfect. And your arm come down to the pinky toe side of your foot. We'll bring our right leg back to meet our left and downward dog. Inhale, keep going. Lift up your right leg up to the sky. We're coming into a plank with your your right leg up, or it could be down to the mat, down into chaturanga. Now you can lower your right leg, coming upward facing dog. Knees off the ground. And come back into downward facing dog. Beautiful. From downward facing dog, inhale your left leg up. Three-legged dog. Look between your hands. We lunge our left foot up between them. You could help it along the way. Lower your right heel to the mat. We're coming up, arms forward into VIRABHADRASANA 1, Warrior 1. Our arms will keep coming around behind us. Interlace your fingers, square off your hips to the top of the mat. We're coming down into a humble warrior. Left shoulder on the inside of your left knee. Crown of your head toward the mat. Straighten your arms, knuckles up toward the sky. Humble warrior. Can't get more humble than this. Worshipping, showing deep respect.
Another breath. We're slowly coming up, lowering our arms behind, unlacing your fingers. Our arms come forward. Your right arm keeps going up and around in a big circle until we come into VIRABHADRASANA 2, Warrior 2. Palm up to the sky. We're coming into a peaceful warrior. Beautiful. Just feel the peace. Bringing your left arm forward, we're going to take our elbow to our knee as our right arm comes up to the sky. You could stay as is or place your left hand on a block or the mat, whatever suits you. Extend your right arm forward over your right ear. Breathe into your side. Beautiful. Right arm comes up and then behind as we're making our way back up into Warrior 2. Takes a lot of core strength. Left palm up to the sky. Keep going into Peaceful Warrior. Beautiful. Straighten your left front leg into a deeper stretch. Your left arm is coming forward. You're going to serve that pizza, but keep your distance. And take your left hand down to your leg, a block the mat. Your right arm is up. We're in a triangle, TRIKONASANA. Beautiful. Enjoying the stretch. Your front left leg as straight as can be. Don't lock your knees. Take your right hand down to the mat. Your left arm will cross over your foot, squaring off your hips. And we're coming down into pyramid. Your third eye comes down toward your shin. Beautiful. I feel more flexible already. With your right hand on the mat or a block, lift up your left arm as high as it could be. Doesn't matter, even if it's just a few inches, looking up toward the sky. Twisted TRIKONASANA. Really good to twist our spines. Make us much more mobile, flexible, resilient to falls. And left arm back on the mat. We'll make our way into a downward dog. Keep lifting up your back. Left leg, three-legged dog. We come into a plank. Lower to chaturanga. Now lower your left foot up into upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Beautiful. From downward facing dog, walk your feet close up to your hands. Will be an Uttanasana, forward fold. Take your hands around behind you, interlace your fingers. You can straighten your arms, bring your knuckles up toward the sky or up overhead. Lovely. Unlacing your fingers on the way up, bending your legs at the knees a bit. You could grab a hold of your strap, your tie, your belt. I often use a dish towel, because that's what I usually have handy with me. I take opposite ends. You're grabbing a hold of the sides. Your palms are down to the mat. Make sure it's taut. Bring your arms up and around behind you. You should be able to keep your arms straight. If you're bending them, then your hands are too close together on the strap. If it's just too easy, you're feeling nothing, bring your hands a little bit closer together. We're coming up and around again. Beautiful. Beautiful shoulder opener. So good for the rotator cuffs. We'll do that one more time. Up and around. We prepared ourselves with these big circular motions we were making. Very nice. Now for a little bit more balance, lift up 10 toes, separate, bring them down to the mat for a nice foundation. We'll inhale our right leg up. You can lean against the wall, lean against anything you like. Wrap your right leg around your left. You may be able to hook with your right toe on the inside of your calf. Your right leg is over your left. Our arms will come out to a T, so your right arm will go under your left. You are now in an eagle. Stay like this or come into a crouching eagle. And then back up, a little bit of crunching. Maybe you can touch your finger to your third eye. Down again into crouching eagle. Coming up, a little bit more balance, little core work. Coming down or stay as is because this is a bit advanced. We're coming up, unraveling your arms. They come out to a T, fingertips down, and release. Beautiful. Lift all 10 toes as we take a nice cleansing breath. Separate down to the mat. Inhale your left leg up and you're wrapping it around your right. Utilize that big toe to hook your side leg there. Your left leg is over your right, arms out to a T, so your left arm will go under your right. Wrap them around, eagle wrap. Again, you could be leaning on something. If you like, we could crouch down. Maybe your elbow can touch your thigh. Come up, finger to forehead. Crouching down, elbow to thigh. Back up. Make the connection. One more time. We're coming down, elbow to thigh. Or elbow to knee, whatever you can touch, connect with, coming up. Unraveling your arms, big wingspan, and coming to standing. We will heel toe our feet together, open our wingspans all the way up into prayer as we lower ourselves down into Malasana squat. Your elbows are in front of your legs, splaying them out to the sides as your knees splay out. You could stay just like this if you want a little more. Your right hand can come to the side diagonally to the right. Left arm up. A little more, you could bring your left arm around behind you, place it on the inside of your thigh. You could even make the bind if you like, whatever works for you. Breathing. And releasing whatever you have back into prayer. You can take your left hand to the diagonal side of the left mat, the left ground. Bring your right arm up. You can go a little further. Bring your right arm around behind you. Place it on the inside of your left thigh. Or you could even go for that bind. Beautiful. Whatever helps. Whatever you like. And releasing back into Malasana. Your arms are in front of your legs. We're going to try a crow if you like. You could, another really good balance. Take your hands to the mat. Your arms are in front of your legs. You're going to balance your shins on your triceps. The back of your arms make a shelf. And we can come up, maybe a little bit off the ground. Maybe your big toes can come together. Crow. Great strengthener, great balance. Makes you aware of yourself. And we're coming right down onto our tushes. Going to come into a reclined position. So come all the way down onto our back. Your legs come up to the sky, straightening at the knees. We'll make ankle circles one way, ankle circles the other way. Take your right leg and wound it around your left leg. Eagle wrap your legs. Your right leg is over your left, so your arms are coming out to a T, and your right arm will be under your left. You're eagle wrapping your arms as well. Touch the mat with your toes and up overhead with your fingertips. We're coming up and we're going to connect elbow to knee and back down to the mat. Elbow to knee, back down to the mat. One last time, elbow to knee. Keep your legs up, unravel your arms. Let your head gently come to the mat, arms out to a T. Shift your torso 1 inch over to the right and gently drop your legs over to the left, your knees to the left. Look over your right shoulder. A deeper spinal twist than what we started with. Our shoulder blades should be resting on the mat comfortably. Take a nice inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Always being proactive with our bodies. Try to help prevent osteoporosis or fight it as best as we can. Inhale your knees back up to the center. Unravel your legs, but keep them going so that your left leg is wound around your right, eagle wrap. With your arms, your left leg is over, so your left arm is coming under your right. Eagle wrap your arms. Touch your toes and your feet to the mat. And bring your elbow to knee. Arms overhead, touch to the mat. Elbow to knee. One last time. Touching your fingertips and your toes to the mat, elbow to knee. We're unraveling our arms. Our head comes gently to the mat, arms out to a T. Bring your torso 1 inch over to the left as we drop our right knees toward the mat. Ooh, I felt a nice crack. You're looking over your left shoulder. Shoulder blades on the mat. More intense spinal twist than what we started with. Beautiful. Breathe deeply, inhaling. Breathe deeply, exhaling. Look toward the sky, bring our knees up to the center, unravel your legs, take your hands to the pinky toe sides of your feet. We're coming into a full happy baby. Lovely, we started with halves. Having our feet look like they could put a stamp on the sky. Releasing our legs, we're going to bring our legs straight up to the sky. Palms down to the mat. We're lowering our legs. One last core exercise. When they come down toward the mat, we will separate our legs, separate your feet. Bring them back together and we come back up to the sky. Gently begin to lower your legs to the mat. When they come right before the mat, separate your legs, separate your feet. They will join together and make their journey one more time up to the sky. And we lower our legs down toward the mat. When they come right above the mat, we will separate our legs, separate our feet. Now you could gently let them meet the earth. Take the palms of your hands up toward the sky. You can join me in Shavasana. Let your body absorb all it has done. It has worked really, really hard. Give yourselves a lot of credit. Be proactive. Make sure you get some vitamin D a day. I know we probably all take calcium with vitamin D. It's really good to get that through our food. It absorbs it a little bit better. Natural vitamin D, 10-15 minutes of sunshine a day. Just get outside. It's good for the body, good for the soul. Helps our bones absorb the calcium, strengthening them. Reduce your alcohol intake. Don't smoke cigarettes. Not too much caffeine. All this is draining on our bones. Eat a lot of calcium-rich foods. Just be aware all the time. And you can begin to make wrist circles, ankle circles one way and the other. Bring your knees up to your chest. Give yourselves a nice hug. Hands behind your knees. You could roll up or make your way any way you want into cross-legged position, Sukhasana. Palms together. Thank you so much for joining Amazing Trails Yoga. Make sure you subscribe, like us. We love you. And have a beautiful, beautiful day. We'll see you again real soon. Namaste.